Hello and welcome back to my channel. My name is Daniela and I have yet another charity shop book haul for you. This haul is very classics heavy. We have a lot of classics today, a bit of fantasy and also just some random bits that I liked the sound of. So let's jump straight in. If you've been watching my other videos, you'll know that we are currently trying to collect all of the Discworld novels by Terry Pratchett. So I'm going to mix things up today and I'm going to start with those. We managed to find Making Money. This one cost us £2.50. We also found in hardback the amazing Maurice and His Educated Rodents. I'm not sure how much we paid for this. I'm assuming maybe £2 or £3. We also found a hardback of Unseen Academics. This one cost us £3.99. Next up, we have books that I picked up because they caught my eye on the shelf. I read the back, I liked the sound of them, and I have bought them. So I didn't know what these were before I saw them in the shop. First we have the Neverlist. This one says, never go out alone after dark. For years Sarah and Jennifer kept the Neverlist, a list of things to be avoided at all costs. Never get in the car. But one night they broke their own rules with horrifying consequences. Never take risks. Sarah has spent 10 years trying to forget her terrifying ordeal, but it seems the killer has not forgotten her. And never trust anyone. So this is a thriller. Sounds like they get in a car with someone and things don't go so well. I just really like the sound of that. Next up I found The Moth. Was I drawn in by the foiled beautiful cover on this? Yes I was. And this one is, it says introduced by Neil Gaiman, 50 extraordinary true stories. So apparently The Moth is a live storytelling event that takes place in cities across the US. Anyone with a true first-hand story to tell can pitch to take part, and if your story's good, the Moth directors help you to tell it better. So the 50 stories in this book are the very best of the best. All of the stories in this book are stories that have been told at this event that happens in America, and then they have helped them hone their stories and put them in a book. So it's just a collection of short stories. I just really liked the concept. I liked where these have come from, and I just thought that's going to be really interesting. This one cost £1.99. The Neverlist, I think I paid £1 or £2 for that. Again, drawn in by the colours and the cover. This one is The House at the End of Herp Street by Mena van Praag. I'm really rubbish at pronouncing people's names. I am so sorry for butchering like all the authors' names. This one says, when tragedy strikes Albert Ashby, she finds herself at the door of a house she's never noticed before. Number 11 Herp Street in Cambridge is no ordinary house. Its walls are steeped in the wisdom of past residents. Virginia Woolf, Dorothy Parker and Agatha Christie to name a few. Albert accepts an invitation to stay, offered to her under the condition she has 99 nights and no more to turn her life around. Guided by the energy of the house, where portraits come alive, bookcases refill themselves, and hot chocolate has healing properties, the enchanting experience Albert and her friends share will change their lives forever. I just thought this sounds really cool, whimsical, magical. I just really like the sound of this one, and this one cost £2. Now we get to the classics. Some of these are ones that Andy wanted, some of these are ones that I wanted to pick up. I really like some of the covers that we managed to find on these books. So the first one we found is Crime and Punishment by Dostoevsky. And this one says, a dark and compelling study of a young intellectual tempted towards crime through severe penury. I'm not sure what that means. This is why I don't want to read classics. I feel like I'm going to need a dictionary next to me to read classics. I'm just like worried there's going to be all these like old long words that I've never heard of. Like that one. I mean, it wasn't long, but I don't know what it means. I'm going to have to look it up. Classics are intimidating because they make me feel stupid. Next up, we have the Iliad by Homer. This is a Penguin classic. It has like this really old-fashioned illustration on the front, which I like. Says the Greeks considered the Iliad their greatest literary achievement, and no epic poem in any language has ever rivaled it. Out of a single episode in the Tale of Troy, Achilles' withdrawal from the fighting and his return to kill the Trojan hero Hector, Homer created a timeless dramatic tragedy. I think this is what Song of Achilles is based on, so I'm more leaning towards reading that than this. But yeah, I'm just curious, if you've read Song of Achilles and you have read this, which did you prefer, and is there any point reading both? We also found the Odyssey by Homer, and this is the story of Odysseus. Again, really like the version we picked up. It's a Penguin classic, and again it has like the old-fashioned illustrations on there that kind of looks like pottery. Next up, I found this copy of Pride and Prejudice, which is the Penguin English Library version. I just like this. It's very simple and colourful, and yeah, super happy with that. £1.99. The next two, I really like the covers on these. We found Dante's Inferno, which I'm only now realising. I think the book is called Inferno and the author is Dante, which I didn't know. Like, I've heard that said so many times and I didn't realise that. And the artwork on the front is apparently from detail from the Damned of the Last Judgment, 14th century, from the Cupola mosaic in the Baptistry, Florence. So it's a photo of actual art, which it just looks so good. This one costs us £2. And then we also picked up Paradise Lost by John Milton, and this is a photo of some tapestry. And again, I just think the cover on this book is really nice. We paid £2 for this one as well. This one says, in Paradise Lost, Milton produced a poem of epic scale, conjuring up a vast awe-inspiring cosmos and ranging across huge tracts of space and time, and yet in putting a charismatic Satan and naked Adam and Eve at the centre of this story, he also created an intensely human tragedy on the fall of man. I do feel like if I can get into classics, I do want to read these. If you are a reader of classics, could you recommend me what is like an easy classic to start with, like to get me into classics? Can you recommend any books that are, I don't know, an easier read in terms of classics, just to ease me in gently? So, bit of a short one for you there, guys, but as always, I really hope you enjoyed the video, and if you did, please give it a thumbs up and subscribe to the channel if you haven't already, and maybe even share it with your friends. Hopefully you'll be coming back to watch some more videos, and I'll see you next time.